Well, it's another day, another good day for me. I have felt really good today. Uh, Other than just being fatigued in general because I just didn't do anything today, which I should have. I need to start getting up and moving around more because if I don't, I'm going to end up with another pulmonary embolism. They're going to make me stay on this stupid blood thinner for the rest of my life. For those of you that don't know what a pulmonary embolism is, it's a blood clot in your lung. I developed one after my surgery, uh, which I plan on telling you the story. I don't know if I've already told it, but if I haven't, this way I'll know I've told it. What started out really as I had pain all through this side and on my back, and it was getting to the point that I couldn't sit up anymore, like like this. I couldn't even sit up even normally. Like I can sit up normally, I couldn't do that. It hurt so bad, and I kept putting off going to the doctor, putting off going to the doctor, and I finally, in July, broke down and went to the doctor. Well, at first they thought it was a pulled muscle, so they gave me muscle relaxers, which when they didn't do anything, I went to urgent care, which is like a minor emergency, um, and they did X-rays. First, they did an echocardiogram or an EKG on me, and it came up abnormal. And so, of course, that prompted them to do a chest X-ray. Well, they did the chest X-ray and they found a mass, and they said it was on my left lung, which of course was very scary. When we Then they decided to do a CAT scan, and when they did the CAT scan, they realized it wasn't actually on my lung. It was in between my left lower lobe of my lung and my back, which which was what was causing me the pain. And they told me that the type that it was usually was non-cancerous. It was like 99.9% that it wasn't cancerous, and they gonna do surgery to remove it, and then I'd be fine. And I just thought that's what we were gonna do. So August 18th rolls around, and I go to have my surgery. Well, I don't remember much of that day. I do remember seeing Tina, my mom, my dad, my stepmother. I know my sister was there, and my aunt. But other than just very fuzzy memories of that, I don't remember anything else. The next day is also very fuzzy. Actually, the next 2 days were pretty fuzzy. It's not until about Monday that I remember much of what was going on. Uh, I remember they tried to get me to get out of the bed on day 3, I think. I screamed bloody murder and, cursed and cried and just threw his huge fit, and they laid me back down. And didn't try again for a couple of days, which it took me getting it in my head that you're getting up out of this bed whether you really want to or not, for me to finally be able to get up, make myself get up. And I did on day 5. Well, I think about day 7 is when they found the pulmonary embolism in my lung, which is the blood clot. And I've been on blood thinners ever since. So, joy. Uh, yeah, the that Friday after my surgery, they came in and told my mother and my sister and I, which I don't, it didn't register really at first that I had cancer. The only thing I knew was my mother and my sister were crying, and I couldn't get out of bed to get to them to try to comfort them, and I didn't know what to do. So I just kind of laid there. I didn't know, what to do, and it wasn't until about Monday that it hit me that I had cancer, and that is the scariest word on the face of the planet, I think, to hear. You have cancer. I don't know of anything that's more terrifying than to the realization that you're sick. And I was shocked. I was like, I thought they told me this was not going to be cancerous and that I was going to be fine. And then, it turns out it truly is cancer. It's just shocking. You know, what went through my head was, why? Of course, the first question you always have is, why me? Why do I have to go through this? But God doesn't give us more than we can handle. And I'm a firm believer that there's a reason for everything. And this was a wake-up call for me. I was doing something wrong. I don't know what I was doing wrong, but I was doing something wrong. And this was a wake-up call. And because of all of this, I've quit smoking. Which I smoked for 5 years. If you want to get technical, I smoked since I was 16, nearly 10 years, but I didn't do it very, constantly. When I was 16, I'd do it till I got caught, then I quit. And then when I turned 19, I started doing it regularly. And it's not, you sit there and you wonder, so what does this mean for me? You ask, what are your options? Or at least that should be your next question, not to just sit there and die. I refuse to sit there and die. I want whatever this is out of my body. Because all it's doing is causing me harm. And I want to live. There's so many things I haven't done that I want to do, and so many people I haven't got to meet yet. You know, Possible children of mine, people that are going to come in my life that are going to change it for the better. And if I can help somebody with what I'm going through, if I can find somebody and they can relate to me in some way, then I know this was all worth it. No matter how hard it is on me or how much it takes out of me, if I can help somebody, then I think at the end of the day, I've done a pretty good job. Because that's what I've always said. I've always wanted to be someone that helped other people. I like to help other people. And while it's gotten me in contact with people that used me, it's also brought me a lot of good because people know they can trust me. And, they come to me with things that most of the time they wouldn't go to anybody else about, but they know they can come to me. And I will help them to the best of my ability. And right now, I I'm dealing with a very complicated situation. It's not really something I like to talk about because it's hard. It's more than what I should have on me right now, but it's just the way it's been, and it's the way it's gonna be, and I just have gotten used to it. I uh, I pray that nobody that is close to me uses this as an excuse to not work, to run and hide, because I'm not hiding. I'm facing this head on. I'm gonna do what it takes to beat this, and I'm okay. I may have my days where I cry, and yes, here lately it's been a little more often than not because I'm so tired. And when I'm tired, I cry. It just is a natural release for me is to cry. And, I don't want anybody to think that just because they're scared, don't don't be afraid. Don't be afraid for me. Be with me. Do what you have to help me. Don't sit there and allow this to destroy you because it's not going to destroy me. I'm not letting it. And I just hope that for all of you out there that are fighting cancer, don't give up. I know it's hard. Trust me. This is only my first cycle and I'm already exhausted. And I know there are times that, because it's even hit me, even this early on that, I didn't know if I really wanted to do this or not. But in the end, if it means that I will be healthy and that I will find my way, find the light at the end of the tunnel, then I'll do what I have to. I'll do what I have to get better. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say tonight. Sorry for the sentimental crying. It's just it's how I am. It's who I am. And I never want to change that about me. So, good night to all of you. And I will do another video some other time.